Why Coco Gauff wants a brand new nickname, a hilarious fan challenge at the China Open. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff has always been more than a tennis player. She's a phenomenon, a movement, a teenager turned Grand Slam champion whose energy feels like rocket fuel for the sport. On court, she's a fighter. Off court, she's approachable, goofy, and impossibly relatable. But at the 2025 China Open, Coco found herself at the center of something refreshingly silly, a nickname crisis. Her fans, armed with humor, creativity, and a touch of chaos, staged what is now being dubbed the Great Nickname Challenge. Suddenly, the young American star wasn't answering questions about her backhand or her ranking, but instead about what she should be called when the world cheers her name. And Coco, she leaned right into it. The spark. It started innocently enough. After a commanding second-round win in Beijing, Coco sat for her usual post-match press conference. A Chinese journalist, half-joking, asked, "Coco, many players here in China have nicknames, like King of Clay for Nadal or Joker for Djokovic. Do you want one too?" Coco laughed. I've been called Coco Puff since I was like 10, but maybe I need an upgrade. Something more grown-up. Something epic." That single sentence was all it took. Within hours, Twitter, Weibo, Reddit, TikTok, and every corner of tennis fandom erupted with suggestions. Suddenly, the China Open had its own subplot. What should Coco Gauff's new nickname be? The internet goes wild. Fans threw out hundreds of ideas. Some were clever, some were ridiculous, and some were so outrageous they became instant memes. Coco Loco, highlighting her wild athleticism. The Gauffinator, a play on Terminator, because of her relentless energy. Queen Coco, simple, powerful, regal. Forehand Fury, describing her explosive ground strokes. Captain Clutch, because she thrives under pressure. Caffeine Gauffy, courtesy of pun-obsessed fans who think she plays like she's overdosed on espresso. One Weibo user even suggested Baozi Coco, steamed bun Coco, claiming her smile was as comforting as a warm dumpling. That nickname trended for 48 hours in China. Coco joins the fun. Instead of ignoring the chaos, Coco decided to embrace it. On her Instagram stories, she reposted fan suggestions with her own commentary. On The Gauffinator, "Do I need to wear shades and say, 'I'll be back after matches?' On Baozi Coco, honestly, I'd eat that nickname." On Queen Coco, "Too much pressure, but I don't hate it crown." On Caffeine Gauffy, "This might explain why I never stop running." The lightheartedness transformed what could have been a forgettable week on tour into a viral event. Every day, fans arrived at the China Open holding banners with their chosen nicknames, hoping Coco would notice. The Courtside Challenge. By quarterfinals, organizers leaned into the trend. Between matches, stadium screens displayed a "Vote for Coco's New Nickname Challenge," letting fans cast live ballots. The scoreboard lit up with contenders. Coco Loco, Queen Coco, Baozi Coco, Captain Clutch, Caffeine Gauffy. The crowd screamed when Baozi Coco surged to the top. Coco herself glanced at the screen mid-warm-up and burst out laughing, almost dropping her racket. Later that day, during her on-court interview, the host asked, "Coco, you see the fans have chosen Baozi Coco as their favorite. Are you ready to embrace it?" Coco shook her head with mock seriousness. "Listen, I love Baozi. I will eat Baozi. But I'm not sure I want to be Baozi." The crowd roared. A star in control of the joke. This wasn't just about names. It was about Coco showing she could control her own narrative. Unlike some athletes who shy away from internet chaos, Coco thrives in it. She knows her generation communicates through memes, humor, and digital inside jokes. By leaning into the nickname challenge, she deepened her connection with fans. Suddenly, Coco wasn't just a champion, they felt like they were in on the joke with her. And the timing couldn't have been better. After her 2023 US Open win, Coco had shouldered heavy expectations. Some critics argued she wasn't consistent enough, others scrutinized her technique. But here, in Beijing, she reminded everyone that joy and tennis could coexist. The players weigh in. Other stars couldn't resist chiming in. Naomi Osaka, watching from the stands, tweeted, "I vote for Baozi Coco steaming bowl." Ons Jabeur joked, "Why not couscous Coco? We can start a food club." IGA Swiatek simply wrote, "Captain Clutch clapping hands." Carlos Alcaraz commented on Instagram, "Coco Loco is fire fire." The banter gave the event even more attention, turning the nickname saga into a mini international phenomenon. Coco's own ideas. Not to be outdone, Coco began brainstorming her own list. In a playful TikTok, she presented her top 5 personal picks. Speed Queen, because she covers the court like lightning. The Wall, for her insane defense. Coco Gauff, celebrating her positivity. Next Gen Queen, tying her to the youth movement in tennis. Simply Coco, because sometimes the original is best. Her followers responded with duets, reaction videos, and more suggestions. One fan even created an AI generator that spit out random Coco nicknames when you pressed a button. The semi-final twist. In her semi-final match, Coco faced a fierce opponent in Zheng Qinwen, China's own rising star. The atmosphere was electric, the crowd torn between supporting their home favorite and cheering for Baozi Coco. At one point, after Coco won a particularly brutal rally, a chant broke out. "Baozicoco! Baozicoco!" Coco covered her face, laughing even as she walked to the baseline to serve. Her opponent grinned, clearly enjoying the absurdity. She went on to win the match in 3 sets, advancing to the final. In her post-match interview, she said, "Honestly, Zheng was tougher than Baozi Do. I had to knead my way out of trouble." The pun sent the stadium into hysterics. The final decision. On finals day, organizers declared they would let Coco herself decide once and for all. Before the match began, the giant screen lit up with the words, "Coco Gauff, what's your nickname?" The crowd waited. The players waited. Cameras zoomed in on Coco as she grabbed the microphone. With perfect comic timing, she said, "I love you guys, but I'm going to stick with just Coco. Because, honestly, Coco is already iconic enough." The arena erupted. Baozi Coco fans still cheered, Queen Coco fans waved their banners, but everyone respected the mic drop moment. Beyond the joke. What seems like a silly story is actually a powerful glimpse into how athletes like Coco are reshaping the sports culture. Engagement. Coco understands fans want more than scores, they want shared moments, laughter, and personality. Authenticity. By playing along instead of resisting, Coco showed she doesn't take herself too seriously. Global identity. In Beijing, she proved she can connect across cultures, even when that connection is through dumpling nicknames. Her nickname saga reminded the world that sports are not just about winning trophies, but also about building memories that make people smile. The legend of Baozi Coco. Even though Coco didn't officially adopt a new nickname, Baozi Coco lives on in fan culture. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.